Let's say we wanted to create a number guessing game. We could actually do that with everything that we've learned in most of these modules, where we have conditionals and we have simple use of functions, and then we have input and output, and then random number generation. So with all these tools, you can actually put them together in such a way that you can easily create, or I don't want to say easily, but it's at your fingertips to be able to create a number guess game. So let's check out some of the logic that would go into a number guessing game. So generally, if you're going to have a number guessing game, you'd probably want to have some way to start the game. We'll just go ahead and have it start automatically for the time being. The next thing is that the computer chooses a number. This is going to normally be where you have the computer generate a random number. You might have a number guess game between 1 and 20 or 1 and 50 or whatever you choose. Now, in order to make the game a challenge, you want to have the user only have a certain number of guesses generally. And you want to allow them to guess, of course. So there needs to be a text input field or else a prompt or something so that they can type it in. So you generate a random number. The user then needs to make their guess. The next thing is that we need to check and see if the player has guessed more than 6 times. So this part here, we want to make it challenging because you don't want to have the player be able to guess infinity amount of times. We want to limit that. So you might have it 3, 6, 10, whatever your guesses are, but you want to have some type of limit to make it a challenge for the user to strive for. So you're going to have a conditional in there. Every time the user makes a guess, you'll probably call a function, and that function will check to see how many guesses has the player done. How would we do that? So think about how you might be able to keep track of the number of guesses in a function. If we haven't guessed more than a certain amount, let's say 6 times, then we could continue with our game. Then we need to check and see, is the player's guess equal to the computer's guess, the computer's number, or is it less than or more than? We need to reply and let the player know. We need to let them know, sorry, your number is less than or more than. Or we need to congratulate them and tell them that they have guessed the correct number and they would win, and that would be the last one. If they've guessed more than 6 times, then we would need to end the game. If they still have less than 6 guesses, then we would add 1 to their total guesses. So this would just be a basic flowchart for how you might construct the fundamentals of a number guessing game.